Competing for the bronze medal in team competition for the men will be Croatia against Colombia. So Colombia with another opportunity to medal here in Mexico City. And arriving on stage for Croatia, Domagoj Buden, Ivan Marques, and Mario Vauro. Vauro, your archer in the middle with the Bowtech hat on. Buden, right part of your screen. And Marques, the tallest of the archers. These three, as I mentioned a little earlier, talking about their program, and we'll get more into that, as now the team from Colombia arrives on stage. Daniel Munoz, Camilo, Cardona, and Sebastian Marin. Munoz goes back to his half, so he'll take his place on stage. Cardona off to the left, and Sebastian in the middle. This should be a fantastic match.
Yeah, I think Croatia are pretty happy here because their world ranking is 40th in the world.
Amazing.
Whereas, you know, Colombia, their world ranking is 9. So both teams, you know, lucky to be here, considering their world ranking, but I think Croatia especially will be pretty happy with the result. You know, their world ranking is going to be going up today, as a team.
As a team. So Colombia came into this match. Their ranking, Colombia's ranking in this round was 14th, and Croatia was 4th. A lot of that, you know, what we see typically in world archery is Vauro and Buden, the first two of the archers. Marques, on the other hand, hasn't spent as much time here, but it's his shooting that's really propelled the Croatian team to qualify 4th overall. So Marco Vauro, who, if you have been watching archery for a little while, made it to Vegas. He was shooting in Vegas. Had dreadlocks, so he's chopped those things off. Yeah,
he looks a lot better now, more presentable. 2-9s to open up is not going to help them out though. Especially for a men's team, you know, if the Colombian women team start off with 2-10s, whereas the men's team 2-9s. Do you think that's nerves?
There's no question it has to be nerves. 37-year-old Marques tries to get the team going with a 10.
So they all seem a bit confused.
He's a little shocked. He's a little shocked. He thought that shot broke really well. But the wind has changed. We're looking at our windsock, and we can see that there's just a little wind pushing back towards the archers. With a bit of a headwind, that can reduce the velocity of those arrows and drop them a little low occasionally. Wow.
8 from Colombia. So that wasn't expected either.
8.
So, you know, if you're Croatia, you're starting off with 3-9s, you've dropped 3 points already, you think, ah, oh, that could be it, we're done. Not if you're the other team get 2 8s. Oh.
You could see the English on that shot. On the release, he just knew that that was just a disaster.
If they spent, you know, just 1 or 2 extra seconds on each shot, just finishing the shot. Yeah, so of course Camilo has the most experience out of these out of these 3 rather. So, you know, his went in the 10. He knows what he's doing on a World Cup stage,
and that's,
you know, World Championship
stage. And that's also
stage.
the point of the anchor, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, the point of that anchor too is to make sure that those solid shots are
so
taken.
what's interesting with the Colombia, nice on the spider.
Vauro.
That was a good recovery.
So Marco Vauro, right in the middle. What's giving Buden a good place to aim.
Yeah. What's nice is the coach for Croatia is Domi Buden's dad. So that must be quite nice, you know. Your parents know what you're doing.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Rooting for them.
Cash now. He's got a 10 and a 9 to look at on that target. You see his jersey starting to blow around a little bit.
Nice.
Usually we'd start calling that a disaster at this point at 55, but how Colombia shot at the beginning with
2 8s is
It's
Yeah.
anyone's match at this point.
So they seem quite, you know, shocked by 55 out of 60. But a 9 from Colombia is not going to help their situation either. They need 2 10s just to tie this round.
His chance, he does. Close that gap a little bit. Now, as crazy as this scoreboard looks at this point, especially for a bronze medal match, a 10 here would tie things up. 55 in the first end for both.
That anchor of the team shooting last. 10. There you go.
Wow. So all that drama built in that first end.
Drama. First 3 arrows of drama.
We'll close it out with 55 for each team. So only 1 10 shot by Croatia, and it was about as 10 as you can get. I mean, it was right on the spider, an X, but 5 9s as opposed to Colombia's way of getting to 55, much different. 2 8s, a 9, and 3 10s. So every athlete that I've spoken with since I've been here, and I'm sure you can confirm
Target 2.
the wind here in Mexico City tends to be very tight. It's not out on an open field, and usually, you know, most places we shoot, right, it's wind coming from one direction, it may be gusty, but here it seems to come at you from all different angles.
Yeah, it was interesting where we were shooting in the ranking round. You know, the wind was sort of just going left, just going right. Really, you know, although it says, you know, 1 mile an hour winds or 0.6 mile an hour winds, it is slightly gusting to the left and the right, so you just don't quite know where to aim. Aim in the middle and hope they go in the middle.
But it helps the team. As we get ready for end number 2.
So confirmed 55
for both teams. Those horns going off the indicator to the archers of what they're supposed to do. So that first horn indicates that you can step up on the line and then start executing your shot. 120 seconds on the clock for 6 total arrows. 3 arrows each team is using 4.
9.
Off with 9.
So just 9s with the, you know, in a men's team you wouldn't expect many 9s at all.
Domagoj Buden, 8th in the world, 20 years old. In matches competed and won 62%. Experienced archer already, really has had a surge in the last, I would say, 18 months, really 12 months.
Yeah, he's the sort of anchor. Which is interesting that he's in the middle. Usually you put your anchor, the sort of best teammate, I guess, at the last, sort of first or last.
But a good arrow from Marquez. So Marquez in with the 10. So starting to figure this venue out. Totally different. You know, as an archer too, you're actually standing on a platform, not on the solid ground like you usually are. So it has a different feel to it sometimes. This is a boxing match right now. It is going back and forth in terms of our scores. 55 to start off this second end, and now each team starting off with a 9 score. You can see those arrows are well worn.
Is that a 10 or a 9?
Looks like a 10-9 liner.
So that will be judged by the judges on the sort of stand by the targets, and when all the arrows have been finished shot, you know, that when all the arrows have been shot by both teams will have their representative pulling out the arrows and getting the judges to, you know, to check that that is a 10.
Nice, solid shot.
Nice.
To kick off the second half of end number 2 for Vauro. To anchor. Didn't really talk much about that anchor point. It's a little bit of nerves. As his thumb was coming around, a little shaken.
Oh, you called that.
That's
Just didn't look as perfect as you usually did.
It didn't have the flow like we've seen from Domagoj.
They got 20 seconds left, so he's got loads of time. He's got his full 20 seconds. Oh, I didn't look happy with that.
Right, you can see on that release, just that little grimace. That was enough.
Too many nines, 57.
So now Colombia with an opportunity to try to pull ahead in this match. If they can shoot 30 score here.
It's 9-10. So again, it's been asterisk, so
kind of look like a 9
the judges will check it out.
Yep.
I mean, if you're Colombia, if you're the Colombian teammate, you will make sure that you call it in. And it's up to the Croatian teammate to say, no, it's not. It's a 9. But that's a 10, so it doesn't matter. They're already ahead.
Vamos, Camilo, fuerte. Dame un chance ahí, Arena, que no veo. Bien, bien. Fuertecito, gracias. Bien fuerte trabajo. Bien, fuerte.
And it's 10.
So the door was open. Colombia stepped through. Now they have an unofficial 1-point lead. We'll have to see what that 9 asterisk is. Going from 1 to 2 points when we get into team competition, any competition at this level, means a lot.
Yeah. Just gives you a bit of breathing space, really. You know, if you can get 1 point ahead, you kind of relax into your shots and you then sort of feel more comfortable. You know, you get shooting more 10s and sort of confidence improves as well. So if you can get, like, you know, 1 point. So there you go, the judges are checking out that arrow.
10, 10, 9. 2085. Yes. 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 9.
112 and receive its course in the elimination rounds.
Good shot of
Slow-mo shot.
Release.
Oh, I remember him with the dreadlocks now, yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
You know what's funny, though? He has the beard.
He looks totally different now.
Totally different. I've had friends who shoot who literally trim their beard off and have had to adjust their sights because of the difference of left to right. Even those few millimeters, that anchor point changes.
Yeah. It's the same if you gain or lose weight in archery.
No doubt.
You know, your bone structure becomes different, and so you've got to change your anchor.
It's true. We saw it actually a couple of years ago from Rio Wild, who was not here in this competition, but number 6 in the world in men, and he dropped a bunch of weight a couple of years ago, and it actually affected his shot.
Yeah, completely.
So he had to gain the weight back in order to get back to where he was shooting. That'd be a great excuse to eat donuts. Not saying he did,
I need to put on weight.
Yeah,
my archery's not that good.
My anchor's off.
What an excuse.
What an excuse. 2 points then. So a confirmation of the score for Colombia. So they actually shot a 59 in that end. So they will have a 2-point advantage as Croatia will start off being the team behind Marco Vauro. Love it.
That's an X.
You know, the way he holds the bow too, his holding arm in his hand, how relaxed it is. A lot of people think you need to grip the bow with your hand and make that contact on the front end. But if you think about it, as you look at Buden right now, he's pulling that bow apart, and so the bow will stay in your hand even if you just have an open
That's an X. Nice.
grip. So now Croatia's starting to find their rhythm as a team.
They do look more relaxed. You know, you're right. Their shot looks better. Everyone looks less stressed. It's not as sort of you know, it's an aggressive shot, but it doesn't look jerky. Whereas before they were just sort of, you know, twisting it out into the 9.
4 sata.
Markesh with a 9.
Na 4 sata.
Keep it going.
So Colombia have the breathing space.
Now I can tell you that Markesh has moved to Vienna, so he doesn't have an opportunity any longer to shoot, you know, with his Croatian teammates.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oop, drop the 9 on the bottom for Munoz. Now Marines.
That's an interesting release. A finger release.
Very hunting style. A lot of hunters will use that.
Oh, interesting.
That type of release aid.
Nice sort of popular in the sort of early noughties in Britain.
And what?
In Britain, it was kind of popular in the early noughties.
In the early noughties?
Noughties.
What are the noughties?
The 2000s.
Oh, not meaning 0. I see what you're saying.
Naught.
Yeah, naught.
Zeros.
As in 0.0. I get you. A 9 for Colombia. So now the scores close back up, only 1 point the difference.
It's
Croatia's got to be feeling it right now. I mean, heart's got to be pounding because you have the opportunity to try to claw your way back into an even score, maybe even take the lead.
No.
Wow, you can tell on that release
Yeah.
too from Vauro. Just didn't look comfortable.
Yeah.
Thought wasn't where he wanted it to when
Nope.
the release went off. When we talk about that, you know, there's different types of releases. There's release aids in compound archery. You have what's called a D-loop off the string where the release aid hooks onto it, and a couple different types. As you see Buden, he uses that hinge release.
Yeah.
Versus a trigger release, and there's two main types: the finger trigger we saw, the Huntu style, and then more of the thumb release. And but the idea, I think, you know, Lucy, is as you're aiming that shot, is to have that release go off as a bit of a surprise. You don't want to command it. A good shot from Marques.
You want the bow to sort of do the work. You don't want to have to force a shot.
Colombia back up on the line. Oof, caught a 9. So now things starting to shift in Croatia's favor at the moment. So far in this match, Croatia has gotten a point back. Oh, good solid shot.
So
That should be a 10. There it goes. Switches.
for any of the non-archers out there, we're talking about the release aids. Now, what we mean by that is the metal that these guys are holding in their hands. So it's sort of like a mechanical aid. You're not having to hold the string with your fingers. So what we mean by a surprise shot is that the mechanical release sort of does the work for you. You know, you don't quite know when it's going to go off. You sort of, you either have a thumb release, where you put your thumb on the trigger, and you sort of work the shot, push and pull, or you have like that one.
Yeah, starting to open up. That was done by an actual thumb
That's done by
release.
pressure.
Yeah, by pressure. Just opens that up.
9.
Great shots here from World Archery. The slow-mo shots, you can see exactly what's going on with
Target 2.
those archers.
X.
As initially it looks like
9, 9, 9, 9.
as one of the shots for Colombia is under review on our scoring screens. It's at 170 right now, but there's an unconfirmed shot for Colombia. It's a 9-10 liner. So if that comes back a 10, they'll have a 1-point advantage. If not, we're going all tied into the final end of this match.
Such an intense match.
And it looks like it's confirmed as a 9. You can see it on your screen. So now 170 points each
170.
for the bronze medal. This is the
So
match that we've been
intense.
looking for all day so far. The intensity is really ramped up. And if you think these archers are trying not to look at the score or even understand the score, they know what's at stake.
Literally anyone's game now. It is based on these 6 shots. It doesn't even matter about the last 3 ends now.
Pressure is on.
So much so.
Not only executing a good shot, but you've got to make sure your shot process is solid, not have an arrow come off the rest. Make sure that that release that we talked about is functioning properly. And you've got to put all this distraction, all the crowd, the score, and everything out of your mind and execute. And as each archer only has 2 opportunities to do it for their team.
Yeah. And but the good thing here is that you're in a team. You're not individual. You're not solo. You know, they'll be talking to each other now. They'll be encouraging each other, telling each other where the wind is. You know, saying keep relaxed. You can see Domi talking to him there. You've got the coach there with you as well. There you go, 10.
Good, solid shot from Vauro. Puts in the 10 ring,
was happy
catches
with
that
that.
line. Now it's Buden. In front of them, just below the targets, is the time counting down,
Just needs to relax.
as well as the wind.
So he needs to sort of push the bow forward into the target and pull the string. There you go.
Beautiful shot. Now
So there's-
Marques.
It's so interesting because those last 3 ends almost didn't even matter now. If it's all tied,
Look at Marquez shaking, though. You can kind of see. You have to distinguish. Is it the camera? No, he executes that shot really well. I'm not sure if it went off, but he thought it was in there, right?
I didn't know if that was going in.
So Croatia putting the pressure on Colombia.
Colombia have to get 3 tens to stay in the game.
Bronze medal on the line. Loser walks away. 4th place. Ooh. A liner. Looks like it caught the 10. Back and forth they go.
Now that's the problem with the bronze medal match. You know, you've done so much, you've come so far, and you could potentially be walking away with nothing. Oh. I think this may be a tied match.
You're predicting it a little. I was thinking the exact same thing. If they go,
it would be exciting if it was a tied match.
We'd go to a shoot-off. If it's a tied match, we go to a shoot-off. But this arrow, so critical for Colombia to stay where they need to be for the final 3 arrows.
Need a 10 to stay in the game.
Good, solid shot, and you can see his face on execution. That experience pays off, and a good bit of time as we look at 61 seconds for both. So looks like they have good bit of time to execute. A little bit less than half of that time allotted to rip off those first 3.
Both teams on 200. Needs a 10, there you go. Keeping the pressure on Colombia there.
The question for Croatia, with Marquez's experience, is he the man to anchor this team? Well, it's all about it now. Buden at full draw with an opportunity to keep things going. A good release, and he does it. In that 8-centimeter
Could
ring.
they get a perfect 60?
50 meters away. Marquez.
Oh, he looks a little nervous.
He does. You can see Vauro talking with him.
It's a bit of a shake there. Just needs to focus on the 10.
Oh, a 9 up high. So a good shot, but that
Colombia
anchor.
need 3 tens to win the bronze medal.
You don't think hearts are pounding right now
My
around the
heart's
stadium?
pounding.
Absolutely, goosebumps all around. All the experience for these archers.
Oh, there's 1.
And a good
2
dead.
more. Oh, he's happy with that.
Munoz, pumped. Crowd trying to
He's got to relax. His teammates have got to talk to him. He's still got 2 more shots to go.
A lot of conversation off to the right. And a 10. So it's down to this final arrow.
A 10 to win. Now.
And the most experienced
No pressure
Cardona.
there. Now he'll know that. He'll know he needs a 10 to win because you can see the scores in front of the targets.
Oh, it's a 9. So a tied score on the final arrow for Colombia.
They look happy though.
It's a smile because it's a shoot-off. Wow. So all the pressure.
It's exciting.
This is the team matches we were hoping for. Ranked 9th in the world, a 22-year-old, Camilo Cardona, can't close the door. So now it comes down to another team effort as we get into shoot-off.
10,
Interesting in the shoot-off for teams is the way it happens in a shoot-off.
Is
okay?
X.
Yeah.
Each archer is going to get to shoot arrows. If one team has a higher score, they automatically win. If they shoot the same score, it goes to the closest arrow to the middle.
Yeah, it's really intense.
The crowd is going crazy here.
This is what we've been looking for all day. This is what we wanted. So the judges will change the target faces, so it's fair for both teams.
Yeah, plus for them as well, the judges want to be able to see a nice clear target.
Yeah.
Make sure that they know exactly where the lines are. So they will switch targets out. And wow, hearts were pounding on that one.
Papa Buden he's looking quite
Relaxed.
nervous.
Yeah.
Nervous but relaxed. Can't read him. There you go.
Mario.
So
There he is.
For the team that wins this, they'll have an opportunity to stay around the rest of the day and have ceremonies at the end.
We're taking some time now for a fresh competition target.
So change in the target faces. There you
Only
go.
one, you only need one because it's 1 arrow each archer.
And then if it's a tied score, it will be judged. So if both teams got 30 points, whoever gets an X will win.
All right, so looking at the scores, Lucy, I want to talk about momentum here a little bit. Croatia started off with a 55, then the 57, then a 58, and they finished with a 59. Colombia, on the other hand, 55, they went straight to a 59, back to a 56 and a 59. So if you're looking strictly at is there something as momentum in team activities, it's really hard to judge on this one because Colombia's gone up and down where Croatia's been building. So if I'm calling it, I'm saying Croatia has the momentum.
Yeah, they seem to have found their rhythm. They got better with every single end.
And Marques got that 9 out of
Colombia's
his
a bit
system.
more high-low, high-low.
Yeah, true. Marques has got that 9 out of his system. Wind picking up again in our position.
Now the interesting thing was, you were saying about how if one archer is good in one country, it brings everyone else up, and that's kind of what's happened with the Croatian team.
No doubt.
You know, these guys have got good because they're training, they're trying to beat each other at home. There you go, an X, that's what you need.
Vauro.
He's happy with that.
Oh, that's right.
Now Colombia will shoot their first shots.
Yep. Buden, just when you get into that rhythm, we're going to alternate each arrow.
This is intense because it's such a short amount of time, you know, 45 seconds for everyone to shoot their shots.
Wow, what an answer.
Even closer.
What an answer.
You
by Munoz.
basically need to hit the spider. You need to hit that little cross in the middle just to keep in the game now. If both teams got a 30, at the moment Colombia's arrow is closer.
Oh,
no.
Buden opens the door.
Oh, he won't be happy with that. It's so intense.
For a moment, Marques came to the line. That intensity, when you change the rules like this, can do that. So now, 10, move Colombia ahead. Oh, and that's it, right on the line.
So Croatia need a 10 to stay in the game. And they need to hope for Colombia to not get a 10.
And this 10 for Croatia has got to be on the spider. It has to be on the dot.
It's gotta be.
Because
Oh,
9. So Marques.
So 9 to win.
So here we go,
We're
lining up for the last shot. A 9 to win on this one for Colombia. To take goal. Oh, right in the middle.
Nice.
What a shot. And Colombia will celebrate here in Mexico City. Fantastic.
That's incredible. Hugs all around. 2 medals so far for the Colombian teams.
A bronze medal, and there is a good look at how those arrows landed by our Falco Eye. The digital scoring system, and a solid 30 out of Colombia for that bronze medal. Incredible action here. Mexico City 2017 Hyundai Archery World Championships. And all these archers are going to remember that match. It may not have been for gold or for silver, but no question. And Lucy, you talked about it. Although Colombia wins the bronze medal, a win also for the men's compound team in Croatia, as they were ranked 40th in the world coming into this one, qualified 4th. And by making it here, you're going to see a climb up for that team. So 299 on the score during the regular ends round, and that tiebreaker will be 30-28. So new target faces will go up. Marques, you can see there, he's just trying to get that shot off and just didn't quite get it done. All the pressure on him on that last arrow, and great experience for the 37-year-old is Colombia.
Look how happy he is.
Amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, but Croatia will be happy. Their world ranking will go up.
The Colombia celebrations will get to stand on the podium for bronze later on in the day.